Hello, Leo, and welcome, Leo Risings as well, to your June 2021 tarot reading. Off to a good start already, Leo. All right, my name is Jenna Dayle. I'm an intuitive tarot reader if you're new around here. And my intention in this space is that when I read here, when I read in general like this, is to read directly to people who are trying to reprioritize themselves, come back to themselves. So in this reading and in all my readings here, we just start by setting the intention. And we're going to set the intention that this reading is focused on you, Leo and Leo rising. So we focus on you here. It's going to tap into your energy. It's going to show you how to reprioritize yourself in the situations and energies coming up for you in June, how to unhook during that time from codependency, find more alignment in your joy and in your values, and just really let you express yourself with ease and flow in your life, your relationships, and your business. So I hope you set that intention with me here for a moment. Amazing. Let's get started. So I'm going to start you off, Leo, with an oracle card here. This is the Hero's Journey oracle. Very beautiful deck. So we're going to start there. And just so you know, if anything resonates with you here, because of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, use your discernment. But if something really strikes for you and you want to go deeper, I do extended readings personalized for you. So what you can do is you can hop over to my website, jennadayle.com. You can click on order a tarot reading, and when you go to place your order, there will be a form you fill out, and you can tell me that you are coming over and ordering an extension to this particular video, and you can add in your personal information, anything I need to know, the questions you have, the cards that resonated, where you want to go deeper, some context, so that I can read personally for your life situation. And I usually can get those out within 2 days right now. We'll just see how that goes. So do pop over there and order that. Or if there's a question that did not come up, or you feel like the general read did not resonate with you, you can actually order your own version of this, again, directly for you and your energy. All right, here we go. So June for Leo rising here. So our oracle card here is you are invited. Suit up, show up, and open up. Oof, absolutely love that here. This card to me speaks of the idea of being invited into new kind of relationships, new kind of communities, new kinds of causes, possibly, because it's like suit up, show up, open up. It feels like there's a big energy to whatever you're being invited to. You're preparing to offer yourself to that or those people, and in order to do that, you are preparing, you're getting ready, you're getting yourself ready for that. Kind of almost, it feels like big work, right? You can just see her. To me, it's just like tapping into this light energy that she has, holding on to her purpose, holding on to her essence, and how is she going to show up in that? Where is she going to be invited into? Who is she going to be invited by? Very, very cool kind of energy there for Leo rising. So let's get into the direct reading, go deeper, get some more information here. Okay. You are invited. I just love that energy. We have what do we have coming? We have a new moon on the 10th in Gemini with a solar eclipse coming. Well, obviously we have a full moon later. We also have Venus moving into Cancer. We have, what is Mars moving into here? I know my list in front of me. There's a lot going on in June. So This really feels like you're preparing, that you are going to be invited into something. New moon in Gemini. Where's Gemini for you, Leos, here? Yeah, I really feel like it's going to be groups, communities. This idea of being maybe already part of a community, part of a group, something along those lines. And yeah, it's like you're going to take a bigger role. It almost feels like you're invited. Suit up, show up, open up. This feels like you might have some speaking, some rumblings of being some sort of speaker, or speaking to a group, or leading a group, or having some sort of pivotal role coming up in a certain community that you're in. Could be your community even, Leo. Yeah, really cool energy. Watch for an invitation around any kind of groups you're in, or a group you might be in, or a group you're creating. Watch for the invitation this June. All right, show me something for Leo. 2021 June. Here we go. Two of Cups. Lovely relationship here. Ooh, Three Swords coming in hot, and Nine of Cups. I'm going to pull more here, but I like to talk about these first in regards. So again, looking at you here, you in mutual relationship here. Yes, you are invited. There's just like, there's some partnerships going on that are really for you, I think, where the situation here is a little bit of anguish on the inside. There might be some insecurity coming up. This is a situation. So watching for a partnership, or where you're one-on-one with somebody, and the idea that maybe you're feeling like that's not enough. Maybe you're questioning it. Maybe there's things that are going to rise to the surface, or have risen to the surface for you. It's like a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of like, I didn't get what I wanted here. So ask yourself, like, in terms of one-on-one relationships, of give and take with somebody, what am I not getting when it comes to that? So think about your partnerships. It could be business. For a lot of you, it's relationship-wise, could be a friendship. But the idea of like asking yourself, like, who am I in partnership with that I feel like I'm not getting what I want here? And that's really putting my heart in a bad space. Question your expectations here, because the Nine of Cups is coming in as your opportunity. And the Nine of Cups is this huge emotional, spiritual fulfillment. It is the celebration of joy. It's a celebration of community. It's a celebration of receivership and abundance. And so you're actually going to be given an opportunity here in your partnership. You're going to be invited to actually be in community and hold joy and celebration. This might be that focusing on just one person in your life, or maybe there's a partnership you want to form, or some sort of one-on-one interaction you want to form with someone. That's actually taking your heart out of joy. There's something there that when you're focusing on that, it's really making you emotional. It's really reminding you of the ways that your heart hurts in the world, the old wounds that come up. So what I'm seeing here is you're being invited. So like, spread that open and see if what you can get comes from a community at whole. So what this is reminding me of is a little bit like if you're in a relationship and all you're doing, Leo, and Leo rising, you're focusing on the relationship so hard. Or again, the partnership, one-on-one, it could be a business partner, it could be somebody you're planning on, maybe doing something with that's very like, it's me and them. It could be like a student-teacher kind of relationship too. Somebody you're leading, that you really want this mutual, like both of you want this. And I feel like it's maybe not happening, or it's not happening fast enough or the way you want it to. And so it's bringing up all these old wounds, or it's making you really worried or heartbroken for that person or yourself. But what it's really saying is the opportunity is like span out, see where there's just so much abundance in your full community. 9 of Cups is about more than one. 2 of Cups, right, is 2 people in a partnership. 9 is a community as a whole celebrating all the goodness. And so maybe getting yourself into ooh, the sun's going to come out. Beautiful. Just for you, Leo. So spread yourself open, watch for an invitation to show up in your community, show up in bigger groups, because I feel like that's going to get you kind of out of your wounded heart space and into just some really good emotional fulfillment where you're actually filling your cup from more than one person. So let's take a deeper look. Page of Wands, 4 of Swords, the Star, and the Hierophant. Excuse me, a little hiccup there. Ooh, we're coming in hot with some major arcana. We've got the Chariot here, 8 of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the King of Swords. Cool. So right off the bat, some Aquarius energy in your past, some Taurus energy in your future. What you need to know is very Cancer energy. Venus is moving into Cancer in June. So there is this energy here, which I will talk about in a moment here. So let me take a big look. It seems very clear to me. So I'm going to kind of spell it out for you. So you are kind of starting something. So again, it could be starting a relationship for dating. You might have just joined a group, or you're about to join a group. But whatever it is, it's that reminder, Page of Wands, that you are still learning to be passionate about this thing. You're still learning to be passionate about this relationship. Like, you are in the point where it's still exciting. You've still got a lot of spirit for it. You kind of want to do the thing already, which is really cool, but it might be causing this heartbreak. What you really need is 4 of Swords here deep down. Your self-care actually looks like putting old thoughts to bed. This is like you need to do your own work here. You need to rest. You might find moving into June here in the next little while, in the next week or two, or even through June, you might find that if you don't rest, life will create a dynamic where you have to rest, because you're kind of going to burn yourself out. And I feel like this is energetic. I don't necessarily think you're doing a lot. It's not like you're out there, Leo rising, and like hustling and doing all these things all day, although you might be. But I feel like it's more of an energy. Like, you're just so passionate about this relationship. You're just so passionate about this partnership, or this mutual, maybe student teacher, because I'm seeing the spiritual teacher in your future. I see you moving into being a spiritual teacher. See you moving into somebody who's going to be relaying information, possibly guiding people, being somebody people look to, because you're walking the path that they want to learn how to walk. The Hierophant can also be beautiful unions of a spiritual kind. So you could have a marriage coming with this person, or some sort of commitment with them coming in, one that you can see in the real world. So the Hierophant is part of the major arcana that is all about the real world, society, culture. And so this is like things like moving in together, getting married. Like, how are you creating a union with this person? Obviously, that might be business-wise too, signing of contracts, things like that, going into business with somebody. And at the same time, if it's a student-teacher relationship, it's really like, okay, now we're coming together. I'm going to be your guide. Like, nobody's has more power here, but I'm going to talk to you about how I did this. And I can lead the way while you figure out your way. So what I really see is you're resting up for that. You're so passionate. You want to get moving on this. You want to get moving on this relationship, this partnership. But the truth is, you're still need to be held in community. You still need to be held in your rest. Self-care through June, big for you, Leo, and Leo rising, okay? This is about being more mature in your pursuit of partnerships, relationships. The idea that when you force things, when you get so excited, you can bring up old wounds, and that's not bad. You bring that old wound up. It's time to clear it. You can see it. You can evaluate it. You can speak it out, let it go, whatever kind of practice you have in your life to do that. But this is still a reminder that your biggest joy right now comes from community as a whole. And rest this month. The more you rest, the more you will put this energy and direct it into a more mature space, okay? So that you can come in and be this guide, this teacher, this person who's ready to be in some sort of union with somebody from a mature place. You can see the Hierophant here is, in his maturity. It is not a young person. So we see a lot of young people in the images of these two, the things going on inside you, a lot of young images. So we're moving into maturity. And we can really see that too with the Knight of Cups, because this is your hopes and your fears. So the Knight of Cups is here of like, you want to pursue something with this person. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic, although for some of you, Leo rising, it may be, but it's like, I want to pursue this thing. I want to. And then there's this part of you that's like a little bit afraid to pursue it. And that could just be because you're still integrating, you're still being held in your community, or you need to span out and be in community so that helps you be in this partnership. It's really like your community will hold you, and then you can move into a relationship and hold the relationship. And it's like kind of this beautiful, like holding within holding within holding energy, which is really cool. And I think you're going to see this in the end. King of Swords here. You've been doing your own healing. The star coming in with Aquarius is you have had like a spiritual awakening here. You have tapped into healing within yourself. You have tapped into what actually fills your soul, so you can live this kind of vibrant life where you guide others, or you're moving into union with others in a more one-on-one way. So you've been doing that. And I think all this energy here, and we're going to talk about the bottom in a second, because that's where I see your shadow coming in. And so we'll leave that for a moment. King of Swords here is all about, you can see him on the mountain here. So it's all about rising higher, seeing things from a really kind of like larger perspective. And he is in his maturity. He has his intuition. He has his mystical side. He has his sword, which is his logic, his reason. We were given brains for a reason. We do need our logic. But we also need our intuition. We also need our spiritual side. And the King of Swords in this card has it all. And he's looking at everything around him through the lens of that in a mature, experienced way. So if you can get through this energy and the shadows I'm going to talk about, you are going to really be invited to step into your maturity and guide people, be in this union, and really move forward in like a really good flow here, I think, Leo rising. And that is when you're about to get the invitation. Okay, so right now you're suiting up, you're showing up, you're opening up, but you're doing so from a space that this doesn't have to happen right this second. Knight of Cups, you do not have to pursue this, because you pursuing it just from your own spirit because you want to is bringing in this energy. So let's talk about the bottom energy here. So we have the Chariot and we have the Eight of Swords. The Chariot is a very determined person, and that can be a great energy, but coupled with the Eight of Swords, which is the energy around you, it's just not working out. So this is kind of like you and them. This is like what you need to know. Your highest self, your most returned self here is giving you a message in the Chariot. And this is the people around you, the person around you that you're possibly thinking of here for this spread that applies to you. It can also just be the energy of kind of the world around you, but it is external. So for you, I see you really determined here in the Chariot. But the thing about determination is we tend to then try to take the reins of life. We're like, yes, I can make this work if I just take control. And a lot of this is like life is moving. If you try to hold the reins too much, you are going to get exhausted. And it also is an energy that is opposite to nature. So when you try to control too much, Leo and Leo rising, what happens is you're going against the natural flow, your soul's momentum through the momentum and current of this world that is holding you. And so when you want to take control and veer off and come out of the current, you no longer have flow. You're trying to work yourself against all these other different currents that you were never supposed to flow with. I'm thinking of a fish here, by the way. And what happens is then you're like, oh, why does life feel so hard? Why am I getting up in my ego? Why am I getting heartbroken? Why are all these wounds coming up? Why am I obsessed with this thing? Why am I exhausted? Why am I having health issues? Why is all this stuff always like week after week, there's something else, there's something else, there's something else? Because you're never supposed to be on this path. You were trying to control the outcome. And so you took the reins back from your own flow, from your soul momentum. And we're like, but let's go this way because I have this in mind and it's over here. And your current is like, yeah, but we're going this way. So you need to ease off your expectations. You need to ease off the control. You need to wake up each day and ask yourself how, what is the next intuitive hit I get? Even if it's something as simple as like where I'm going to go for breakfast, following that versus going, well, if I want to get here, if I want this person to come into union with me, I have to go pursue them, or I have to go do this, even though your intuition is telling you to do all these other things. So get back and flow with life. Give up the reins. You can see in this particular card, this person has given up the reins. They are letting themselves be taken on their own soul's momentum into something even bigger. So that is what you need to know here, Leo. That is a message for you. And Leo rising, of course. Mostly Leo rising. I really believe in a lot of this stuff being for rising signs. So if you're watching this and you're a Leo and you know your rising sign, or you can go look up your rising sign right now, you might want to, after this, go watch that one and see which one resonates more. And they both may resonate with you, but one might feel a little more potent for you. So don't forget to do that. 8 of Swords here. So the energy around you, this person is in their head. This person is really locked in old imprisonments. It's kind of like you can see that they can break free. You can see that it's all in their head. But they can't. They cannot yet. They are still living in a space of not seeing themselves clearly. I mean, we call it denial, but sometimes it just literally the person can't see themselves well. And they can't see how what they're doing is keeping them, wherever they're at, that they're not enjoying. It's quintessentially the person who is actually not a true victim of something, who thinks they are, has been told they are. This is like obviously outside of being like a true victim of something. It's a person who keeps themselves in this mode of, oh, but I have no choice here and I just have to do it this way. And that's coming from their thoughts. That's coming from their belief system. So you cannot rush this because they're not prepared. So you're invited, suit up, show up, open up, but they might not be ready. That's why you need this community. This 9 of Cups is going to hold you. It's actually a good thing. It's moving you towards what you want. but you need to just open up in your community. Let this person hear you. Maybe this person's in your friend group. Maybe this person's in your community online. Maybe you're part of a group of people or your friends. Whoever this person, whatever group they're involved in, that you are as well. It's the idea of you just go ahead and be yourself here. You move into your maturity. You allow your own flow. You allow yourself to just be in this like beautiful community that holds you, and let them catch up. They're just not there yet. And that's why you can't pursue right now, because they're not there yet. Once they walk out of this, once they see that they are this person, not that person, that's when things will start to unlock. And by then you need to be in your flow, rested and ready. Okay, again, suit up, show up, open up. You're preparing here. All right. Okay, here we go. We're going to end this off, Leo and Leo rising, with a strategy card for you. Again, if this is resonating or there's certain cards or parts here that are, do make sure you head to my website, jennadayle.com, click on order a reading. And when you fill out the form, just tell me that you watched this video. Tell me what cards and parts are resonating. Fill me in on your personal situation, so that I have context to do a deep dive reading into your specific energy. You can fill in whatever you want to tell me there. And I usually get those video readings out to you in about 48 hours, depending on how many people have ordered that day. So here we go. Leo and Leo rising for June. What's the strategy here? Okay, yeah, all right. I always want to change it. Always got to listen here. Charge forward, which is exactly what we're like. Don't do that yet, but I do think it's charge forward for you. It says, you know your goal and how far you have to travel. Yes, exactly that. You know you want this relationship. You know you want this partnership, this union, this, if it's you as a spiritual guide for somebody, or, partner for somebody. You know that. Like, you already have that goal. You know that's what you want. You also need to understand that there's still far to go. So it says, do not allow the interim challenges and difficulties to confuse you, to delay you. You are on the correct path. I love that. It says, charge forward confidently, because the situations, seen or unseen, are in your favor. So I love that, because it's like, this is charging forward. This might move faster than you think when you let go of the reins, but hold the intent of getting ready. Hitting whatever obstacle comes your way when you hit it, charging forward into your own healing. And that's going to call in this relationship. That's going to call in this person, this partner, this student, this teacher. Okay. So charge forward, keep doing what you're doing. But notice the imagery here of nobody on either chariots, Leo rising, are holding the reins. They're trusting the horse. Okay. So you ask yourself, where's my horse going today? Feel to your intuition each day. Trust that your horse knows the way. Trust that your intuition knows the way. Okay. Trust that our flow in the world knows the way. All right, that's what I got for you. Do make sure you like, share, and subscribe, Leo. That really helps me out as I begin my channel here. I am enjoying it. Let me know how this hit in the comments below. And I will see you next time. Bye, Leo rising.